Alright, good morning everybody. It's Japanese Irish Highlander again. From South End, Halifax. I'm actually standing outside Halifax train station because I'm taking that train to Montreal today, and then I'll be going on to London, Ontario tomorrow. I'm going up to see my stepdad Carl. First time I've been on the train since 1987. So it's been a while. Well, train here in Canada. I've rode a lot of trains in Korea and Japan, but I had the chance to do a little mini vacation before I go back to work here in Nova Scotia. So I decided, yeah, I'll be doing that. So anyone following me from the north has probably picked up on the fact that I just said I'm going to be working in Nova Scotia. Well, my enlistment has come through. I'm going to be commissioned as an officer cadet from September. I'll start my training in the fall, and I'm going back to where I used to work, which I enjoyed. It's with the commissioners at the military bases here in the city. Little bit of trivia and stuff like that for anyone about the train station here in Halifax. You might wonder why we're down in the south end, right next to the seaport and stuff like that. Well, as far as I know, and from what I remember, now my friend or classmate from St. Mary's, Dan Conlin, should correct me if I'm not correct. The train station down here was the second train station. Originally, the main train station was Richmond up in the north end. But that basically was destroyed from the explosion. This one down here was built around the turn of the century, and the main reason why is because just on the other side of all those piers and everything else was Pier 21, which is the main national immigration point into Halifax, or at least into the East Coast. So what it used to be is you would come off the immigration boats, do all your immigration, welcome to Canada, land an immigrant, and you'd walk across the tunnels right into the station here, and you'd travel on where you're going in Canada. This train station also has a bit of nostalgia and stuff like that for me as well, because of the fact that my grandfather would have gone through here off to war during the Second World War. So the fact that I'm going to be traveling up to a different part of Canada using the train is nice. Reason why I'm actually taking the train rather than flying is the last flight that I took from Ottawa to Halifax, which was 2 weeks ago. It was cramped. It's not what it was 30 years ago when I first started traveling. And I'm like, you know what? I want to stretch out my legs, and it doesn't matter to me that I won't actually get to my final destination until about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm going to enjoy this. Get to see a different part of the country. It's going to be kind of fun to actually travel through where I live, see my hometown from the rail side, and go from there. So I'll be taking some more pictures and video clips as I go. Also, I'm going to be going through parts of New Brunswick that I've never seen, and I've actually, except for one layover, I've never been in Quebec either. So that's another thing. I'm going to have to try to hopefully use whatever French I have left when I'm in Montreal. But seeing as my son can do it, because he went through the international airport to go to Tokyo, he had to use some of his French. I figured I should try to use mine as well. So we'll go from there. For my train trip, I'm bringing some water, and I bought some food. You can buy stuff on the train, obviously, but I wanted to pick up some extra stuff. So I have something for lunch and supper, and I have some snacks, and I have some stuff for breakfast tomorrow, unless I want to get breakfast on the train. So we'll go from there. I'm going to enjoy myself. I was talking with my family. Yeah, my wife and daughter were like, yeah, go have a good time. See you. Bye-bye. And when I come back next week, I'll actually be heading down to the Annapolis Valley to spend some time with the rest of my family, which is kind of nice. So trying to get as much family and friends meeting as I can before I go back to work. But you know what, Nunavut was an interesting time teaching, but it's going to be even better to be sitting on a train and enjoying myself. Also, I'm hoping to see some really cool places up in Goderich, Ontario, which is where I'm eventually heading, which is in Huron County. My stepdad and I are going to go around some places. Actually going to go visit my mom's gravesite, which is nice because I haven't seen where she was buried. And there's also, I'm going to try to swim in Lake Huron as well. Looks kind of cool. So it's going to be an adventure. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So I have Wi-Fi on this train, so I'll be posting this later. And we'll go from there. So I'll send some more pictures and video clips when I can.